One of the questions that you might have about funding an emergency fund might be, hey Eric, I have a lot of debt, student loan debt, credit card debt. Should I stop paying down my debt to fund my emergency fund? This is an answer that you probably want to sit down with someone to find some balance or some happy medium of paying debt and putting money aside. I will say this, part of funding an emergency account, there's a habit that you're developing, a habit of saving. A habit of when I have an expense that comes up, I've got money aside to use. I don't have to use a credit card. I don't have to borrow to pay that expense. So I would say there's a balance of setting some money aside, maybe not funding the account to the extent that is recommended, but having something set aside that would cover you in the majority of your emergencies to break the habit of swiping that credit card to cover you. That's what I would recommend. So yes and no. Stop paying debt to a certain degree to fund an emergency fund to a certain extent. What that number is, I'm not quite sure what's best in your situation. But understanding that debt is really expensive, we want to squash that debt. We want to get rid of it. So you might not be in a position to maximum fund your emergency fund, but we want to put some money in there to break that habit of using your credit card to cover you for those unexpected financial disruptions.